This one comes from @BadRaul69. And the question here is, how should Roth conversions be handled when one spouse is younger, ACA subsidies matter, and the couple also wants to reduce future widow's tax risk? That's like, in my opinion, the trifecta. Yeah, that is, in my opinion, the trifecta of conditions where I would want to seriously evaluate Roth conversions. So it goes back to the second bullet on my original presentation, which is, do the conditions exist by which you might be a beneficiary of a Roth conversion? You've just labeled, in my opinion, the trifecta of conditions. You have two pro conditions, which is we have a younger spouse and we have a potential widow's tax trap with potential RMD issues. And then we have a con condition, which is the ACA subsidy eligibility. And that makes it a really compelling and interesting case. It's a very human, textured case to explore. And the answer is, do the scenarios. The scenarios would be, find out what you're going to pay in terms of tax, find out what you're going to give up in terms of other benefits. If you find out ACA subsidies are not even a possibility for you because your spending capacity is too high and your account locations are not able to facilitate that, that makes your calculus pretty simple and interesting. And then you're going to figure out what you're going to get in exchange for doing that conversion. And then you're going to apply a discount rate. And then you're going to find out, can I afford it based on my spending capacity? And if all those conditions are met, then it makes sense to do it. There we go. Pretty straightforward, right? We can let logic be our guide as opposed to hoping for a superhero. By the way, one of the reasons I like this, let me take a sidestep, is I don't have to be a superhero. I think one of the issues with financial planning or financial advice is it positions the advisor as the superhero, that they have some kind of mythical or mystical knowledge and can synthesize something that other humans can't. And that's wrong. First, it's bad to frame the advisor in that light. It puts pressure and expectations that I think are unmeetable. And I don't think any consumer's doing that. I think it's bad for the advisor to put themselves in that situation. I wouldn't want to be in that situation myself. The second is it sets unrealistic expectations that can only be disappointed for the consumer because they hope that their advisor or their planner or whoever's a superhero. And then one day they find out they're not a superhero and it's like tragic and disappointing and the whole, the glass shatters. That's why we love frameworks. Frameworks I call this like having a superhero process instead of having a superhero person. It's like, I'm not a superhero. I try to go and take things and distill them into processes, and that takes it away. It's not Eric, that's the process. Any one of my team members can do this same process because they all apply the same framework. And, people might look and say, oh, that's a superhero, but it's not a superhero. That's a superhero process. It's a good framework. It's thinking through things in first principles, and that is the best way to approach retirement planning. And that is why, as each of these questions have come up, and a lot of them are scenario-based, I'm going back to the same answer, which is take the superhero process that I've outlined in this video, apply it to your life. You can do it. I owned a gym 7 years ago. I spend my free time doing fitness stuff, not doing rocket science. And anybody can do this. You're all sharp. You're all older than me. You're all wiser than me, more life experience. I'm not saying you want to inherit that responsibility or do the time investment, but everybody's capable of this, in my opinion. And I think that's a liberating feeling. That's why I like to make the videos the way I like them. So again, enough passion. Let's go to the last question here. But thank you for the question @BadRaul69. Real quick, let me show you the exact 3-pillar comprehensive retirement roadmap that takes retirees from uncertainty to peace of mind that less than 1% of retirees actually have in place. Now, I've built hundreds of these for retirees, and I can say with a high degree of confidence that these are the 3 pillars every retiree needs to have in place in order to have full confidence that they're not missing anything in their retirement plan. And I broke each of these down by the specific questions. You can see them here that each needs to be answered and the best way to answer them. Now, we've done this across pre-retirees, recent retirees, married couples, single retirees, $1 million portfolios, $10 million portfolios, all the above, and it works. And it's my gift to you today. It's absolutely free. It's in the first link in the description below this video. It's going to say free comprehensive retirement roadmap training. Just click the link, enter your info, and you'll get instant access all for free.